Now, welcome to this recording of how to go about the KUCCPS portal for the 2022 candidates. That is those kids who are waiting to join university and college in the year 2023. This video is done specifically for the St. Mary's Moya Girls students who are at home. Then I apologize that I am doing this video 3 days later, but now is when I was able to manage. I hope it will be of some use to you. As I explained in my earlier posting, the KUCCPS portal requires you to have your KCPE index number, your KCPE index number, or your birth certificate entry number, and the year in which you did the KCPE. So for this year, or for this time, the year is 2022. Then the KCPE number, index number, is known to every candidate, and the password, which is supposed to be the KCPE index number or the birth certificate, is also known to each candidate. The thing is, if you, in your first time logging in, you use your KCPE index number as your password, then that becomes the only password you can use to access that portal moving forward. If you use the birth certificate as the password in your first time logging in, you will only be able to use that one alone. Alright, once you log in, this is where you get to the KUCCPS landing page, which is the dashboard, as you can see. And I am using this Margaret Njoki's account for education purposes this time. And yeah, so here is where we are. I want to take time and explain each one of these pages on this website, so that we are not moving blindly in any of our applications. I know most of you are using a phone to carry out this process. A phone screen is usually much smaller than that of a computer, and so you find that the data there may be a bit compressed. So on the phone, where you have this logo, you will have three bars that show that the screen has been compressed. If you tap on those 3 bars, it will drop down and you'll be able to see each one of these pages: dashboard, institutions, program, application, job revision, course basket, transfer, download, etc. All of them will become visible on your phone. So the dashboard is the page you land on once you log into your account. Those of us who are logging in for the first time, you may be prompted to update your contact information. Kindly do that with a lot of precision, care, caution, because the contact information you fill on that page is most likely what KUCCPS will use to contact you once you have been called, not KUCCPS, but the institution of higher learning that you'll be reporting to. That is the number they will use to contact you. That is the email address they will use to send your joining instructions, or the link that you will use to download your joining instructions and calling letter. So be careful. With emails, every single letter matters. Try to be careful with that information. Use your very valid communication line so that you do not hang or you are not hard to locate when time comes for you to join your institution of higher learning. So after you have updated your contact information, then you will definitely get the dashboard. And the dashboard gives you general information about KUCCPS, that we have 39, public universities 30, private universities 189, public colleges and that kind of stuff, and private institutions eligible for government sponsorship. We have 27 public colleges in other ministries that are not eligible or maybe, and 7 university TVET. Now, even as you interact with this page, it is my hope that you have taken time and listened to the government's new model of funding university education, university and college education. We shall do that in a separate video, but for now, we have a focus on the basics of KUCCPS application. First time I mentioned that this is a first revision stroke student application. Students who did their applications in school, that is called the school's application, are now revising their courses. The school's application is done without students knowing what they scored, and KUCCPS gives you a chance to revise those courses before it proposes anybody. And those who are not able to do the school's application in their school are now able to do the student's application, where you apply for the first time if you do not apply while you're in school. So most of our students applied when they were in school. They did the school's application, but you're supposed to revise your courses now that you have your results, to optimize them for the course, for better placement. That is, if you had in hopes that you would get a B and you got an A, you align your courses with your current grade to increase your chances of getting called to your dream course. Now, on the dashboard, you will have the student's details, the name, the index number, the gender, citizenship, and then the KCSE results are displayed there for you to see. For those candidates who scored C+ and above, those who intend to join the degree program, you will also have cluster points. They'll be listed from cluster 1 to 20, I guess. And on each cluster, they have listed your points. KUCCPS calculates your points for you. And for each cluster, for example, cluster 1, you find that you have been given, you have this number of points, say 30. Cluster number 2, you have 35. Cluster number 3, you have 0, like that. Where you have 0 clusters, it means probably that cluster requires subjects you did not take, so you do not qualify for it. And we shall come to those details when we move to programs. So if you're using a form, right below or next to this KUCCPS logo is the 3 bars. If you tap on those 3 bars, you get a drop-down menu, and you can be able to see. You tap on institution. I will click on institution here on my laptop, and I do not have the fastest internet in the world, but the Lord is my shepherd, and we shall use it just the way it is. So on your phone or on your computer, when you click on institutions, you'll be able to see a display of all the institutions that we had mentioned in the dashboard there, to see that what public universities that what private universities, all of those institutions. Now you'll be able to see all of them. There are 286 the institution here, and the reason why we have this list, I believe, is to be able to give you the institution name and the institution key or short code. There are 286 of them. That's quite a huge number. You find that sometimes we only know the very familiar ones. For example, KU, that is Kenyatta University. MU is Moi University. UON is the University of Nairobi. UOEM is the University of Embu. But there are some that are not very familiar to us. And so you find that here we have a list of all their, we have a list of their short code, or what you're calling the key, and their full name, and the category, whether it is a university or college, and whether it is a private institution or public institution, and then you have information on the parent ministry. If it is under the Ministry of Education, then probably it is able to get funded by the government right there. If being a private institution, no funding from the government, and we shall get into the details of the funding part of this program in a separate video. If you click on any one of these institutions, for example, let me click on Egerton University, you'll be able to see the program the university offers. These are the programs in that particular university, but I don't want to use that key. So you can be able to click on a program and add it to your cross basket, or even see the cluster subject. You can get the program details from a particular program. It's a very easy to use thing, but we have entered the information about institutions there that we use the program page, which will give us better detail and better overview of how to go about this thing. So that is the institution. If I click on program on your phone, you go to where we have the KUCCPS logo. There will be the three bars. You drop down the menu and you click on program. Here is where you will spend most of your time and able to see the program. On your phone, the phone screen is small, so you may begin with the degree or artisan program. To scroll down all of them, you get to craft or certificate program, diploma, like in a single file. Here on a much bigger screen, you can see they are very well displayed, all of them. For those kids who intend to take degree programs, those who have 6 and above, we find that there are 20 clusters, as I had mentioned earlier. And on your dashboard, KUCCPS has calculated for you the cluster points you have for each cluster. For example, if your cluster points in cluster 1 are 30, it means when you come looking for a low degree program, for example, if I click on law, you know for that program what you have are 30 points. To get or to optimize your placement, if I were to choose a Bachelor of Laws, for example, there are a number of universities that are offering that program. Here it is. These are the basic requirements. You must have the course subject English or Swahili. You must have at least a B in one of them. Then you have you must have at least the main qualification subject is minimum requirement. That is a B in English application. And there are a number of universities offering the course. For example, African Nazarene University, which is a private university, Catholic University of East Africa, Chuka University, Public Besta University, like that. Here you have the cost of the course in each or one of those universities, but the focus should be here on the cut-off point. In the last year's placement, 2021, the last person to be admitted to African Nazarene University had a cluster of 38.854 points. Right? 38.854. The last one to join Catholic University of East Africa had 40.097. The last person to join KU for a law degree had 42. Had 42. So had 42.036 points, as you can see. The last person to join Tabrak University for a law degree had 40.271. When your favorite UN, the last person to join had a cluster of 42.348. So you check your dashboard and see that your cluster for law degree is say that 30.854. 30.854. So when you're making an application, what you do is you estimate if last year the last person to join had say African Nazarene University had that 8.854. The previous year the last person to join had that 8.286. You can see the trend is like the cluster points are going higher. If you look at Catholic University, 40.0, the previous year at 9.89, so you get the vibe, you get an idea of how many points you need to join that university. You also need to probably check whether the number of people who qualified for university education has increased this year or decreased. Those things don't matter very much because the number of kids does not change too much. Those who qualify, the number does not shoot too high or too low. But to be on the safe side, you only apply for programs where you either have the marks they took last time or slightly higher than what they took last time. For example, if you had a cluster of 30.854 on cluster 1, then it does not make sense for you to apply for a law degree in African Nazarene University that was taking that 8.854 last time. It is almost given that you will not qualify for that degree course. You will not meet the minimum cutoff. That is how cutoffs and the cluster points work. I must stress that they only apply to those students who are doing degree courses. Those of us who are taking diploma courses, it is a different story. You do not have the cluster points to help you in your application, so you apply a little more blindly than the degree people. Let us look at the diploma courses here. You find the clusters not very different. There are some that are here that were not in the other. For example, if you want to do a medical course, you will come and look for health sciences and related courses. You click on it, and then you look for the program that you actually want. What you will realize is that under the diploma, at the diploma level, there are not very many medical courses available for you here. because at diploma level and below, government-sponsored students tend to be trained at KUCCPS, Kenya Medical Training College, and KUCCPS does not have its application done through KUCCPS. You apply through their website. You apply directly to them through their website, and that explains why we do not have very many courses here. I'm not even sure we have a nursing course being offered under KUCCPS here. But if you want to do those courses under government sponsorship, you go to the KUCCPS website, which probably we'll do a video of much later. And so, assuming you want to do pharmacy, you come and click on that diploma in pharmacy link there, and then it will generate for you the minimum subject requirements, and the institutions that are offering that course at that level. For this diploma in pharmacy, you only have one. It's more polytechnic. It's under the Ministry of Education, so government sponsorship is possible there. And what you do is, if you write that course, you come to the very far end here. If you're using a phone, you have to really scroll to the right, and at the very end there, where we have add or remove from the course basket, you simply click add, and then it will be noted that we have been added. This one I had already added earlier. Let me use an example that has not been added before, so that you see how it looks like. I will pick a different program. My internet is not the fastest in the world. But the Lord is my shepherd. Thank you very much for your patience. Let me take something like medical laboratory technology. Assuming the student wants to do medical lab technology, I click on that program, medical laboratory technology, and it will load all the institutions that are offering that program. I have Kabete National Polytechnic, diploma in medical lab technology, which is under the Ministry of Education. And so I can simply scroll to, if you're using a phone, you scroll to the furthest right and side, you will see the add or remove from the basket, and then you click on it, add, and it will indicate that it has been added. The basket enables you to be able to gather together all the courses that you are interested in, and in that case, once all of them are put together, it becomes very easy for you to choose those courses, because you will have all the courses that you intend to use put together in one page, and it makes your work very easy, so that you do not have to go recording program codes. The other way would be, if you do not want to use the basket every time you come across a course that you fancy, you would have to note down the program code. But it is much easier if you add them to the basket, because from there you will simply need to click on the course basket, this one here, and you'll be able to see all the courses that you selected. It will tell you which ones you qualify for, which ones you do not qualify. Actually, you have to go to the course basket and finish this thing easily from there. I have skipped the application / revision page. I will come back to it in a second. Let me explain a few things about the basket. But I hope generally you have seen how you select programs. So you begin by sitting together with yourself, with your people, with those who know you, you sponsor and decide which course, which areas interest me, looking at my results, which areas interest me, which areas interest me, which areas do I think I can make a career out of. We have about 20 or so areas, broad areas: law, education, business, medical programs, all those areas. And then you go to that specific area, you look at the courses being offered in that particular area, and then you narrow down to a program, see the institutions that are offering it. You have the cost for each institution, and then you select. You add it to your cost basket. Once you have clicked on add to the cost basket, all the courses that you do that to will appear here, so you can see. Under this cost basket, these students have added Kenya Institute of Mass Communication, Diploma in Media, Diploma in Clothing Technology, Diploma in Catering and Accommodation, Diploma in Accountancy, Diploma in Pharmacy, Diploma in Medical Lab Technology, like that. So if you look at, for example, Diploma in in Media Technology, you can see that this student, first of all, qualifies for it. You can see how much she needs to cost for that program, 96,000. I said there is a model the government is using to fund universities and colleges. We shall talk about that much later. It's also good for you to research on it online. There are very many videos on it. And this is what the president said about that kind of model, the one that we are using this time. Is an amount the government will pay for you if you're working from a school that is under the Ministry of Education, right? Where government scholarship and help loans are possible. If you choose to go to a private institution, like this, it's not private, but it is under another ministry, it is okay. But I don't think there is a possibility of getting funded here. As it is in red, and these are others are in green here. So you need to pay 96,000. If she wants to do Diploma in Clothing and Textile, that is for academic here. Diploma in Clothing Technology in Kiambu Institute of Science and Technology, that is key. She would pay 67,189, which is much cheaper, and there is a probability of getting funded by the government. She qualifies for that course. Even catering and accommodation, she qualifies for it. Diploma in accountancy, she qualifies for it. Diploma in pharmacy, you do not meet the minimum subject requirements for this program. So you can't apply for a program like this because she can't apply for this one because she does not meet minimum requirements. She just has to remove that one. Diploma in medical lab, again, she does not meet the minimum requirement, and she would not be able to apply for this one. So assuming you have all your courses here and you have settled on them, what you do is you note down the program code for 4 of them, or 6 if you are applying at degree level. If you have qualified for a degree and you do not want to do a diploma course, you should strictly just apply for the 6 options you have under degree level. If you have qualified for a diploma, there is no need to apply for craft, degree, and artisan program. If craft is what you have qualified for, don't apply for artisan. Just apply for the highest level you qualify for, unless you're very sure about the course that you're talking about or that you want to apply that is at a lower level. Very often, those who qualify for degrees and apply for degree and diploma courses will be placed in diploma courses because they overqualify for them. They overqualify for them, neither you place. So unless you are very sure of what you're doing, because there are some diploma courses that are much more marketable and that are much more marketable than degree courses. Unless you're very sure of what you're doing, I totally discourage you from choosing courses at 2 levels. Just choose at your highest level. Good. So once you have settled on your option, say, let's go, I want to do diploma in media technology, to do a diploma in clothing, to do a diploma in catering, diploma in accountancy. You're supposed to copy down these codes somewhere in the order of preference, and then you click on the application stroke revision page. It is application for those students who are applying for the first time, the ones who never did the school's application. It is revision for those students who did the application in school and are now revising. Those who did the school's application and are now just revising their courses will be required to pay 1,000 shillings. Those who never did the school's application are required to pay 1,500. Under the application page, we have 3 parts. We have the application log, we have the application history, and we have the apply now page. I'm going to begin with the application log. The log gives you an entry or a list of all the times you have changed your courses, right? So every time you see the portal is going to be open for 18 days, 11 hours and 50 minutes for the time of this recording. And in those 18 days and 11 hours and 50 minutes, you are free to keep changing your courses as the need arises. If you discover this is what I want, you can change to that. Until the system closes on after 18 days, 11 hours and 49 minutes now, you're free to change your courses. And every time you change those courses, it will be logged that on this and this day, you did this and this changes. That is application log. Application history, it is every time you change courses, it leaves a history there. Like for this student, the last time she applied for courses was during the school's application. These are the courses that she chose. It will be there in her history. And then we have the apply now. This is where you click once you have all your data selected, you have your courses ready, you're ready to begin making changes. You are ready to do your application. That is where you click. I do not have the fastest internet in the world, or the system is quite busy. The system is quite busy. All of you are trying to log in and decide your future through KUCCPS. Patience is a virtue. There we go. This is how this page looks like. The degree part has been removed because you do not qualify for it, or this student does not qualify for it. If you do qualify for the degree option, it will be available. As I said, there's no need for the student to do multiple categories consideration. So I would advise that you do not fill anything for the certificate if you qualify for a diploma, unless you're very sure of what you're doing. So how do you calculate this thing? You come and clear this field by clicking on the delete thing here. You can see this thing here, you delete, and then you key in the program that you want, right? You delete, and then you key in, you click that delete, then you key in the program that you want, and then they must be in the order of preference. The ones you want the most should be at the top, and the ones you want but the last option should be at the bottom, because they will consider you for your first option first, second option second, third option third, and fourth option last. And once you have done that, you click on submit. I do not want to change this application. So I will go back to the process up, and then you will click submit. There are more than highlight So I will take 17, 106,